points that you're trying to score. 1 to 10, your chicks are 8. Minus 4. They don't know them, so that's what dudes trying for. Then they get laid flat like an iron board. Put it in the ground like a dinosaur. You know the answer if it comes down to mine or yours. What's the difference between mine and yours? That chain you giving up's the same thing I'm dying for. Real men do business from behind the door. Go south, grab birds just to fly them north. Power moves, I'm applying force. And stacking dough to go back, cause I'm buying more. In a concrete jungle with a lion's roar. Centaur gon' take him off his higher horse. We gon' watch him put his key up inside the door. Come behind him and rob his entire floor.
Like Jesus talking gospel.
Yeah, New Hampshire, what up? N.H. Get your whole face watch. 603, give a fuck about a state cop. N.H. Get your whole face watch. 603, give a fuck about a state cop. Yeah, I'm from the land of the N.H. Way hot. 603 gon' bang to the tape pop. It's either this or I'll be in a state box. 23 and 1, so let the bass drop. I ain't gotta be up at the 3 when I take shots. Everyone's a target like, hold up, wait, stop, fuck that. It's for my goons out in Gay City. Queen City's right here, I'ma take the state with me. Tyrant, tell me what the time is. All I know is money, bitches, alcohol, and violence. Yeah, I do this shit for man's sake. Put on for my city and all over the landscape. 606, 603, 603, 60, yeah. Like I didn't mean shit. Everything I did just toss out the window. Bitch, lately I've been low and picking me up just isn't that simple. When they say what you don't know won't hurt. It's either this or I'll be in a state box. 23 and 1, so let the bass drop. I ain't gotta be up at the 3 when I take shots. Everyone's a target like, hold up, wait, stop, fuck that. It's for my goons out in Gay City. Queen City's right here, I'ma take the state with me. Tyrant, tell me what the time is. All I know is money, bitches, alcohol, and violence. Yeah, I do this shit for man's sake. Put on for my city and all over the landscape. 606, 603, 603, 60. Yeah, like I didn't mean shit. Everything I did just toss out the window. Bitch, lately I've been low and picking me up just isn't that simple. When they say what you don't know won't hurt. If you don't know it don't hurt. You be trying to think of what's worse. That's why me and you don't work. I'ma just stay here. I don't play games. If I did, then it wouldn't even matter, cause you don't even play fair. You was on the road to riches, you would probably have me wait here. I would just stay here. Because I know the minute that you go off that you walking out the door, turn a hoe into a house. Why I should have known with a hoe you can't turn a house into a home. You can't turn a house into a home.
You make me out to be the fucking bad guy, but you don't see that. You can't fucking act right. You lie to me and blame me. What about you? What about you? You can't tell the truth. What about you?
That's it to the seacoast. Sicker than most. Nashua to Nashville. Sicker than most. Sicker than most. London to Laconia. Sicker than most. Berlin to Boston. Sicker than most. Sicker than most. Concord to Cali. Sicker than most. And we're going worldwide. Sicker than most. 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 Sicker than most.
Why am I losing my vision? I think that I'm close. I hear voices talking to, is it you're different than most? Why am I different than most? You're sicker than most. That's why you're different than most. I'm sicker than most. Why am I losing my vision? I think that I'm close. I hear voices talking to, is it you're different than most?
I'm on fire. The flames get higher. You gon' feel my love. I'ma take my love. Got me on one I'm on fire. The flames get higher. You gon' feel my love. I'ma take my love. Got me on one You got me looking like I'm so unhappy. I know. And you don't wanna go against the grain.
Oh,
Good evening.
good evening.
I
That
wanted
was
to make
crazy.
sure
I
I
can't
gave
tell.
you a proper introduction because I just think you are so talented. And
Oh,
there's so
man.
many different just sides of you. And you express that through your music. And I got the pleasure of being introduced to you through an incredible human being who is no longer here.
Rest in
Um,
peace.
Rest in peace to Daniel May, Matrix, as he goes by his stage name. And I just want to, express that to you that I think that people are putting your past for a reason. I think that he connected us for a reason, and I've been
Yeah.
following you, since. And I just see your passion and I see your ability to not give up despite losing someone, that was so valuable in regards to what he brought to your team and just his sportsmanship. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, man.
So it's a lot we have to cover.
It
And like
is.
I said,
That's crazy. No,
this was like
God bless.
this was like heartfelt for me to have you on the show. And because I was actually going to be going to the event at the Hard Rock Cafe right before to meet you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
And that was it was just so surreal. Like I just couldn't believe it, like it was just hard for me to process everything because of the
Yeah.
type of person that he was to me on the outside, so
Mm.
it was just it was hard, and I can only imagine how hard it was for you guys. And shout out to Jess.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to meet her. They had came
Yeah,
down for
she's amazing.
yeah, like, and their dynamic and just how they move together and how they are together, it totally touched me, and that for me is like it's hard to come by that nowadays with people.
Yeah, it's
um
far and few.
yeah, it's
So
definitely
crazy.
it was definitely heartfelt. But again, I feel like me and you are now put in each other's past for reasons, and it
Right.
has to do with Daniel. It has to do with the fact that he believed in you, he believed in me, and I believe that we can make something great happen for you and for artists in your area.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been following you, because I know that you're a leader, and I want to only surround myself with those type of people who are going to take the initiative, who are going to
Hell yeah.
put their
You
real
know?
hard earned into it. And I see you doing that, Sonny. And I just want to tell you, I admire that. And I am
Thank
totally,
you.
here for all the support that I can give you guys.
Oh, I feel the love for real. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. You have no idea. It goes so far, man. I appreciate it. Mayday was crazy, but to make the connection is just that's what we need. We need to stay sticking together and keep rocking out. There's a lot to come. There's so much to come.
Yeah. And it was so crazy because, like I said, when I first heard you, I was like, oh, okay, it's okay. But then I heard the different elements and the different dynamics of what you were doing. I was like, he sings too? Oh, wait, he's
Yeah.
not just rap. Like, he's doing everything. Like, he's a real artist. Like, that tells me a lot about people. And it tells
Yeah.
me a lot about what they're expressing in their music. The type of messages that they're trying to get across, and even you playing with the metal side genre. I've seen you do that, and I was like, yo, this dude is amazing. Like that to me is the ultimate level of artistry, you know.
Yeah.
So, and also I was listening to the live yesterday, and I heard the producer that you were working with say that New Hampshire has a different sound, and we need to captivate on that. We need to
Right.
be able to tap into that, because nobody sounds like you guys. Nobody sounds
Right.
like people from New England. And this has been my biggest, you know, thing with people out here, is that we need to captivate and we need to create our own sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to hear New
Hell yeah.
Hampshire coming the way, like that was for me, like I want to
So,
showcase.
yeah.
I want to be able to show the world, like we got real rappers in New Hampshire. Like you thought New Hampshire was just sticks and woods. It's not.
It's not. No, and a lot of people shy away from like being from New Hampshire because there's so many other major cities or, you know, whatever. It's uncool. It's like, so I had switched even new country to new country from New Hampshire, just to make sure that it's like people know it's New Hampshire's you know, it is a lot of woods, but like we're out here, you know, that we're out here.
Right.
There's musicians, there's crazy talent in New Hampshire. Yeah,
It
it
is.
just needs the exposure. It needs, you know, and
But it needs
and I
its
think
own circuit, is what I think. And I think that people don't realize, like I said, when I traveled and went other places, they was like, there's black people in Boston. Like I'm like, where are you from? Like, how don't
yeah,
you
I
know there's
know.
black people in Boston? Like
Under a rock.
it,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm like, yo, they don't show that. So it's like
Yeah.
I realize that if you're in another part of the world, you don't necessarily think. Even when I went to Minnesota, when I went to Wisconsin, I'm like, there's black people out here. Like I didn't know there was black people out here, because you
Yeah.
never see it. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like to hear that there's rappers in these like small, you know, places or these
Hubbies.
places
Yeah,
that,
little hole in the walls.
yeah,
Yeah, so to
like
say, you know.
people don't even know that there's real skyscrapers in New Hampshire. Like
Right.
that they don't
Oh
know that
man.
there's a real city, that there's a real downtown area
Right.
of
It's
Manchester.
almost like a dead zone when it comes to hip hop. New Hampshire's more like an alternative rock,
Right.
you know, state when it comes to, I mean, even me reaching out to radio stations and trying to get our music played and or promotional things that I do for the studio. It's all excuse me, you have to watch because they're all rock, alternative rock from, you know, the mill, Rock 101. Like New Hampshire doesn't really have like a hip hop, you know, major station, a
Right.
94.5 or Hot
Right.
97. They don't have they might have like a college thing or something, you know, but it's
Right.
so it's almost like we've always, since I've even met Mayday, he's always been singing his ass off, just his heart out, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I've picked that up from being in New Hampshire too, is growing up on alternative rock, you know, is like and singing and stuff, you
Right.
know, and
And
rap
that's what I
comes
mean.
rap comes hand in hand with it, you know.
But
So
it's creating that sound for you guys. Like the 603 track, like I was like, yo, that's the dopest anthem that I've heard come out of New
yeah,
Hampshire. Like you could never expect that coming out of New Hampshire in this game. Like
no
I was
way.
like, oh shit, like I love you guys for that. Like I was like,
Yo,
yes, that's what you guys need. You need to show the significance of the influence of music in this area. And
right.
I think you are one of the pioneers of that for New Hampshire.
Oh
And I
man,
just want
thank
to
you.
be, you know, a part of that journey with you, because again, it's people like you that set trends, that you know, that actually show people the blueprint of how to be a boss and how to actually invest in yourself and get, you know, people together that support each other. That's
Yeah,
not easy, you know, like that's not easy what you guys
you're
do.
right.
So shout out to you
Mm,
guys for that. Again,
thank
it's
you, man. You know, it
I,
goes hand in
I
hand,
always
man.
I always felt like it was like a family with us, you know, like that was Daniel's, you know, he was like my soul brother. Like
Right,
he definitely,
right.
it was the number thing with him. And it was like so crazy because I was like, who is this guy? Like, and he was just singing so like angelic and methodically that it was just like, who is, and it was like
Who
during,
are you? Yeah.
and he
Hey,
was like,
when
oh,
I met him, that's how I felt. Who are you?
yeah, I'm like, are you in somebody else's body? Like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah,
but
he's
his
different.
spirit was just so real and just so
Yeah.
humble and happy, and that you don't find everywhere. So it was like something about him that just told me, like, yeah, like, connect with him. And when we connected and I seen him for the first time perform in Worcester, it was so crazy because I was like, yo, I'm gonna come support you just because I know you're performing. And I got to see him perform, and I was like, I wanted to let him know, like, listen, there's people out here that you never met. And you can meet
Right.
them on the internet, but if they feel a genuine connection with you and they feel that, you know, you are a person they want to support, they're going to show up for you.
Right.
And so he did, you know, and it was just so crazy
Oh, he
because
was good for that.
he's all about it, you know, and that's what we need. We need people like that that connect the dots.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. I miss him.
Yeah, I know
He
you
was
do.
the man. He was crazy.
I
But
can
no.
only imagine, like, and that's, again, only time I got to interact with him was during those couple of engagements, and it was just amazing. Like, I was like, listen, we're gonna come up there, and it just never happened. So this is why
Yeah.
it's like I always say, like,
Important.
yeah,
It's
to
really important. Right.
do what you mean what you say, you know. So let's
Absolutely.
get into it. Like, let
Yeah.
me find out a little bit about NewCountry.
You got
I want to know what made you pick that name, first of all. Let's start with that.
Yo, so I came up, they gave me a nickname Country. I just always had the nickname Country. They call me Country.
Uh-huh.
But I ran into so many countries that it was like you know, I didn't like how I ran into so many different countries. So I switched to Country Grammar, which I couldn't stick with because, you know, it
Right,
reminds you of Nelly,
right,
obviously. Right.
right.
Right. So my tattoo guy, Demetrio Vasquez, shout out to Demetrio, he's a beast.
Okay.
He came up with NewCountry. I had been doing a whole switch over, like I was involved in. I was just tied up, man. You know, tied up in the streets. I wasn't doing music. I was doing music, but I was just, you know, I was with the guys. You
Right,
know, so
right.
I made the whole switch, and that's when the NewCountry came in. It was like a new country and same laws. It's the same laws, but it's a new country. We need a new, so we came up
That's
with
right.
NewCountry. Yeah, and then I wrote. We was working on the Same Laws album, and that's when I decided. I heard NewCountry and New Hampshire in the same sentence, and
Wow,
it just took me. I was like, nah, that's it. NewCountry from New
that's it.
Hampshire. You know, it makes
Right.
sense. So that way,
I
when
love it.
people, yeah, when people hear it, yeah, I want people to feel inspired to be from here, you know, and not shy away from
Right.
it as much, you know, and us standing out, you know. I know there's a couple people from New Hampshire, you know, that as long as we stand out and stick out, you know, and do what we do naturally, you know, then, you know, we're planting seeds for, you know, I mean, my kid's in the studio every day,
Right.
you
I
know.
see that.
So it's like we're planting seeds for his friends, people's
Yep.
friends that are watching their kids, and just everybody, you know. It's like,
The culture is there.
yeah. So it was important to have the NewCountry from New Hampshire for that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
For that, I was
And I
from
think
here.
you do a great job at marketing that. I think you do a great job at marketing yourself. That was one of my things that attracted me to you guys as well, is that the marketing, the visuals are all dope. Shout out to Mike Wayne.
Yep.
Shout out to, and again, I've Brian, Tyree. I've been able to connect with so many dope people because of you guys. And
Yeah.
again, be like a resource and referral, because, you know, it's all about keeping the system going and keeping, you know, the sound with the
Networking.
network. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
if
yeah.
we want to produce and be the tastemakers of what's coming out of New England, we have to resource each other, you know?
Right.
And listen, if I have somebody that's looking for a studio in New Hampshire or is near New Hampshire, who do you think I'm going to refer them to?
You know,
As
sicker than most.
you
Right.
already know.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
this is how we keep that elevated sound and we keep the professionalism in the region.
And it kind of puts people on that where they're supposed to be too, because a lot of people I feel are like confused when it comes to like making the music and stuff. It's like their heart's in the right place, but if you don't know, you don't know. You just don't know. So it's good to be able to give people that good guidance that they really need, and instead of steering them the wrong way.
Yeah, and that's what happens a lot of times. A lot of artists
have an outlet.
Yeah, they get steered the wrong way, and I wanted to be that person that be like, listen, you go to TML, she's gonna point you in the right direction. She's gonna give you what you need, and I think that's that's important to recognize and give people what they need, because a lot of times people don't necessarily need everything that people tell them. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, you need all these things in order for people to recognize you. No, you might just need to clean up your image. You might need to just clean up your music and have it, mixed down and mastered by someone else.
Better. Right. It could be a lot of things.
It could be a lot of things that, people will take advantage of and try to get you for money and say, hey, I can put you on all these shows, and that's not going to do shit for you if you're not marketing, if you're not going
lined up correctly, plan
and an actual outlook of a blueprint or how you're going to attack this market, then none of that shit really even matters, and this is what I try to get artists to understand. You can open up for as many big artists as you want, but until you're actually putting your groundwork in, your street teaming in, and actually going there with an agenda and with the target of how you're going to attack this market, none of that's going to work,
Absolutely.
And that's where it's like the artists really end up respecting you more when you come as a unified front, more than you just coming and just showing up and saying, hey, I'm performing. Like, no,
this is me.
Yeah, like, no, you have to come as a unified front. You have to actually steal their show. And I think that you guys have been able to do that. Like the Millie show, I still have been hearing raves about how you guys performed that night, and how
the stage presence is crazy. The stage presence
goes sicker than most while Millie was on the stage. Like
I know.
What is going on?
I know, that was so good.
That was so dope. That was so dope. Like I was like, yo, I rock with you guys heavy. Like it's just it's nothing but love and inspiration to see this, happening and be a person who actually witnessed dope artists coming out of New Hampshire, and dope artists coming out of Vermont. Like I said, I've been up and down the New England
Vermont. Like don't even. I feel like Vermont's hip hop scene is even crazier than New Hampshire. You know what I mean? Like they are. Shout out Vermont, dude. There's hot artists out of Vermont that I like. I feel so I work with like a lot of Vermont artists, a couple main artists, mass artists, but the guys I work with in Vermont, it's the hunger. They're too hungry. They're just like me. I'm too hungry. You can't put me in front of something. I'm gonna eat it. Like that's right. You can't leave an opportunity open. We're gonna take it.
That's
every single chance that we can. The Vermont guys is I get inspired by them almost. The most. They're right? Yeah, they're nice. I had a couple friends go out there and do shows out there, and their whole scene is it's jumping. They love hip hop.
They love hip hop.
Yeah.
And like I tell people all the time, like when people are like, oh, when are we gonna put a tour together for Boston and Rhode Island and Connecticut? I said, listen, you should be focusing on New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. Yeah. Anytime I've ever done shows out there, it is so lit, and it is so much energy of just support and sportsmanship, and just like the crowd treats these artists like celebrities, and they're not even celebrities. Like
right.
That's the energy that I love to feel. I'm like, yes, this is what we need. We need this in our region. And you guys,
I ain't gonna lie. I still have yet to be in Vermont for a show, but I anticipated like a lot of the guys, just like myself, is coming out of like years of the shit. So us being able to even do this in the first place is crazy. But I could feel their energy from here. It's crazy. They're not even probably doing a show tonight, and I still feel it. It's. I heard it's so dope out there. I look forward to it.
Yes, we definitely plug me, link me, because
No,
I
we
want to be
have
up
to.
there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
We got we got a bunch of stuff coming up out there.
So tell me, when did you first get into music?
All right, so yeah, I got into music like, as soon as 8 Mile dropped.
Wow.
You know me,
Okay.
I was.
You was like, I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like,
That was the certification.
I was around people that was like rapping and rhyming and stuff, and I always listened to music. That was like my, my thing was music. But like as far as like me doing it, I was like, like 8 Mile dropped, and I was like, all right, I started rapping. But as far as me taking it serious, when I started stepping into like, adult facilities and stuff, yeah, I just started kind of like, putting it onto the paper,
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's where your best, honestly, you have time on your hands, and and you don't let this do you. You do the time, and
yep,
you definitely
just got it right.
made the best.
And I met the best of the best too. There.
I know.
That's where I met Mayday.
And that's when. Yep, I know that. I was wondering that because were you guys in Dover, New Hampshire? Yep. Okay. Because
no. Like, I was in Manchester. He was out in but we ended up meeting in the state prison.
Well, yeah, because it said something about he was locked up. But I know that, like, whatever happened to him, at some point he changed the way the law system works in New Hampshire or something in the jails. Was it something like there was an article that was written up about him and something that he did in the jails? I don't remember what it was. Maybe
I'll have to. Yeah, we'll have to find the article.
Yeah, I have to look for it because I remember that. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. And he never said anything. So
yeah, I was gonna say but that's what I mean. I started laying, pen to paper there. I started, really getting and meeting, I'd say like a diverse, like crazy, just I mean, I would walk into like I remember the first time I got into the prison. I ended up in a wet tank with I don't know if you know him. His name's Lil Grimy.
Lil Grimy.
He's from the Seacoast. He's one of Mayday's, like they used to he makes music out there, and it was like I just ran into so much talent.
Really?
That it was like, so it was like iron sharpening iron,
right.
Like,
but that's the belly of the beast. That's like the belly of the beast. Like, so I was gonna actually host a mixtape of incarcerated rappers. Oof. And I think that would be, I think that would be so dope because I think there's so many artists behind bars that if we bring that to the light and we just show the level of talent that is behind bars, like that is like, it's crazy. Like you said, it's the level of talent. It's almost like, to me, like, wait, they say like the NBA and then you have like Ruckus Park. You know what I mean? And it's a whole different level. Like that's how I feel like the rap game is when it comes to, this is street rap and then you got jail rap, and jail rap is Ruckus. You know what I'm saying?
Rap.
Like
jail rap is real rap. Yeah.
Like, that's the belly of the beast.
You can't bullshit with that. Like there's no bullshit. Like I feel like that's what made us all so like, because when you say they're the worst critics, you can't have, they're the worst critics, period. They'll tell you to shut up. They ain't hearing none of it. So it'll be like, plus, with the guys and shit, but like being around like people like Mayday who sang, if it like pushed me to like want to do that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, we're both rapping, we're both singing, we're both, you know what I mean? And it was,
once you know how to harmonize, you can sing.
Right.
And that's the thing, is like people don't understand like the level, like rappers don't get paid as much as singers. And that was like the biggest thing to understand about this industry. Like they don't really respect rap as a craft. You know what I mean? So to understand that vocals are more important and range is important and being able to harmonize. And I think that, like I said, you have this country soul rock vibe that I just feel. And it's just like, it's again, I'm like a
New Hampshire
girl. You know what I mean? Like my best friend's white, but I'm black. And people look at me and they think she's the white girl and she's the black girl because I just love country. I love anything that is just, you know, original. I love
music,
artistry.
fire
I'm
music.
I'm a true fan of artists, you know, and that for me is like being able to set the tone and be diverse is important, is what I tell artists, you know, and being able to have that diversity, that ain't easy, Sonny. So keep that and hold that, you know, is that you have that. Don't change that. You know, like people always say, oh, you should just stay in one lane. If Drake ever tried to just stay in one lane, he wouldn't be Drake.
Right,
you know?
Right. And I feel like when I was writing, when I first started, like I said, and I went away, I started writing, there was no beat, you know, so I'm pulling melodies out of the air, or I'm really only kicking bars, you know, like, and to be real, a lot of people only wanted to hear that raw shit, so they wasn't trying to hear no, you know, but I did keep it. I wrote that, you know, but I just kind of like kept it for the people that more or less wanted to hear that, you know what I mean?
Right.
When I started touching down, when I got, you know, right and everything, my whole setup like started really like buckling down. I started just freestyling. I don't even write anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even write. I'm on fire. I didn't even write it. I freestyled it.
Wow.
Yeah, I freestyle.
That's
so
dope.
I freestyle. That's like my whole process now is I don't write. I just turn the mic on
and go.
And then whatever comes. So it's like I'm not afraid to delete something, but I'm also not afraid to be vulnerable behind the microphone either. I know what I want it to sound like, and I know where I want it to, you know what I mean? I know what sounds like trash. I know what doesn't, you know?
Right.
And it helps me because if I'm writing and I'm trying to read it as I'm writing and I'm going, it's like half of me is subconsciously reading. So without that, I could focus all on the emotion and what I need to do to push it out better.
And I like that concept. I definitely like that because again, I was an artist who I freestyled before I wrote.
Right.
I couldn't write for nothing until I actually went into the studio and they told me I had to write. And Redman was like the one who told me, like, it was crazy. He was in Miami. I met Red for the first time and I was trying to freestyle for him and I couldn't. I lost my voice. And he's like, "Where's your notebook?" And I was like, "I don't have a notebook. I just know everything in my head." Like, he's like, "Your pen is your sword, mama." Like, and he was the one who made me, you know, start to think about writing. And I was like, wow, like it definitely changed the way the songs came out for me. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel the level that I felt.
Structure it or put some power. Yeah.
And it's again, I play with both. You know what I mean? I played with both for a long time. And it helps again to be that type of artist that can be versatile, that can go in and write and freestyle. And again, when you play with those words, it becomes an exercise, you know, like you said, like you went from writing to being able to just freestyle. And that is a level of exercise that a lot of people don't have. Some artists, these mainstream artists will tell you, I don't freestyle.
They won't. Yeah. They won't even try. I mean, you know, I'll sit and I'll write something if I'm like on the fly and I don't want to forget it. You know, if I got something that's like right there, I'll throw it right in my Gmail as like a draft. You know what I mean? So that way I can, and I'll just keep them in my drafts. You know, I'll stay. So I'll never lose my notebook. if I ever need to go in and find, my music, it's all right in there. But no, yeah, it goes. I love it, man. It gives me the when I just started doing that though, with like I'm on fire. To
Right.
be real, like when I started, like I'd freestyle some stuff, but I just felt it. I don't know. It was just like one of those things. I was like, this is what I want to do now. I was like, I just want to, and just let off, but I've made some crazy, I mean, and the stuff goes like,
Well, that
and
one
it's,
that you just did, the beat with the mic, what beat was that? That was a killer beat, and you killed it.
the
Where
one
you
with,
got
yeah, so that was the Black Rob beat.
the Black Rob, the Woe beat.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Whoa beat. Yeah. That was a good Mr. Good Bars sampled it and produced it, killed it.
Yo, you killed it.
Yeah,
I was
so
like, okay, Sonny.
we came out of nowhere with that one. Yeah.
Right.
Through the guys right on there. Some of the guys on there are crazy too.
Yeah.
T.
Uh-huh.
Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden, yeah.
He's nasty. He's got a nice
Was that the one that went after you?
Yeah, he was the one
Okay.
right after me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all tatted up, fresh from the
Yeah.
feds.
And he almost sounds like he's from London. Like, I'm obsessed with London accents. So, in case you didn't know, I'm definitely
he's from Laconia. He's from
Laconia. Okay. I definitely felt his accent. And I was like, damn, I had to cut it off because it's not Sunny. But I wanted to, and I got a little piece of it in there. But I was like, damn, that shit sounded so hot. Like, I was like, I like the diversity of sound that you guys bring.
Right.
That's
how it's not just going to be,
able to collaborate that. That's genius. That's like you being the RZA, dude. Like,
yo, come on,
RZA
man.
right now. Like, that's the level of what I see you bring. When if you're gonna be an artist that's on Sicker Than Most, you have to be sicker than most. You
got to be sick.
You got to be out of here. Like,
you're around some sick motherfuckers, You're so sick motherfuckers.
That for me was like, I was like, every time I'm in awe. I'm in amazement. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody sounds different. They all have their own, like, it's like not everybody. It's like you'll see these groups and you'll see people. This dude sounds, like the leader of them will sound. All the rest of them will sound like the leader, or it'll be like. And it's so diverse out here. It's like
you guys had one of the best EPKs that I've seen. And websites. That was like so dope to see that. Like, that was
the website and stuff. Yeah, Brian Tyree's an animal.
Yeah. Shout out to Brian for that, because again, making a person look quality is one of the biggest parts of this business. And giving people that quality image. And I think that you guys have that. And I'm so humbled and admire that that is coming out of New England for us. With you guys.
Finally.
So, finally.
Yeah. Finally. No, because I've seen a lot of stuff come before me, and even in my own city, Manchester, because that's where I'm from. I'm from Manchester, and it's like, and it was like, man, I used to sit back and, I was locked up. I wasn't dead, man. I was locked up. So I'd sit back and be like, man, if I had that chance, like, and I just had to realize that, my time was coming. It just wasn't there. It just wasn't at that time, and it wasn't. Right. And I would see these groups pop up and these people doing things, and, all love to them, whether they grow or fall. I just wanted the opportunity to try to jump in with the herd, That's really all, we was all of us was trying to do, is just trying to get in where we fit in,
That's right. That's right. I hear you. So tell me, if you could collab with anybody on the planet, dead or alive, who would it be?
She said dead or alive. I already had the answer until she said that. Dead or alive. I
You
only
can do
thought
both. You
alive
can do
because.
dead and alive.
All right,
How's
so I'll
that?
do dead and alive. I'll do dead and alive. You know, I'd have to say Tupac, man. Dead.
Ah,
You know what I mean? I'd have to say Tupac. That's my you know, that's my
my
gut.
guy.
And you know, and right now I'd probably push a feature with Millie's.
Millie's.
You know,
Ow.
just cause it's like, yo, he from like my neck of the woods. You know what I mean? He from my neck of the
Right.
woods, popping, jumping. You know, he's like 40 minutes from me. You know, in that
I
neighborhood
heard.
out there, grew up.
Look
You
at
gotta
Millie's.
understand that this is about marketing. Like this whole thing is a.
If you look at Massachusetts, the rappers, we all had the longest roads.
Yeah, Bia had a long road, man. The label didn't believe in
Joyner
her.
had a long road.
Joyner had a long road.
I had a long road. Bia had a long road. Because if you're from Massachusetts, you got to work 3 times as hard because it's never been done.
Yeah. Nah,
Because it's true.
he did the
I'm so
Yeah, it is. You
glad
got to work.
that he's.
You got to really put your work.
Yeah. And it's not
You
easy.
got to put
Again,
your work in.
as being you know, from a different background or a different race, that is, you know, not always socially accepted in this culture of rap.
Right.
It's hard and it's not easy, and especially coming from an area that it's untapped, to
Right.
see that happen. The first that I knew of in this area, you know, was Chris Webby a couple of years ago. Token.
All right. Yeah.
Those were also,
Yeah.
you know, artists that were coming out that were, you know, Caucasian, but they had it. They had the it factor. They were giving all the elements of this culture. And again,
Right.
it's like, is it our New England sound? Is it a sound that they've created on their own? You know what I mean? And again, it's like we want to kind of set ourselves aside from New York, because I think a lot of times we're overshadowed by New York, as a region in itself. So being able to capitalize on your sound and sounds from people who are from Rhode Island, because Rhode Island people don't sound the same, I think, as Boston people.
Right.
We pronounce things differently. We say things differently. And we have different word choices for how we pronounce things. So it definitely, you know, is something that we need to hone in on.
Right.
But again,
Absolutely.
I love
agree.
the fact that you've been able to do that in your group and with your team of people, and with your label, is that you've been able to know that I need to come with the diversity. I need to come with the different elements of what this region brings.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm about to start calling you. How about
What is it?
I said I'm about to start calling you New RZA of New Hampshire.
Ooh. You heard that? New RZA. He's dying. That's what they all been saying to me, bro. They all been saying, they're like, you're like RZA. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Probably like 5 times this month.
You're like you, bro. Nobody's like you.
Right.
Like,
he said, I'm like me. Nobody's like me.
Nope. Nobody. Like,
bro.
I'm telling you, that diversity that you've been able to create and the sound that you guys have, nobody has that.
Yeah. No, it's different over here, man.
Who would you like to open up for? If you could open up for anybody.
If I could open up for anybody, so let me see. Like in my city or just in general, open up. Let me see.
Whoever got the biggest fucking name.
I know, right? The big name guys. Who's the big guys? Dude, I would do any like 22, Dirk. You know, if you, yeah, I mean, I'm honestly ready to open up for anybody. I'm so ready. I'm like a steaming hot pot, I am ready to open up a can of whoop ass on any stage that comes my way. I swear to God. I be driving out of my way. I don't care if I'm dolo, if I got people with me. I'm ready. I'm so hungry. Like I said, you can't. But I mean,
love
anybody.
I love it. So tell me, is there anything that you want your fans to know? Anything you have for your fans tonight to say?
I got be patient. I got a lot of music to go through with the team. I'll probably have lives where, we talk about it a little bit, but we do have a lot of music dropping. And the year to go is going to everything, we'll go from here. It'll be 2033 and we'll be talking about what we did the past 10 years.
That's right. I love it.
Right.
So tell me, if it wasn't for music, what would you be doing right now?
Oh, bro. I'd probably music saved my life, man.
That's
I'd
right.
probably be pushing up daisies. Yeah, I'd be pushing daisies.
No.
Nah, I don't know. I'd be
no other passion. No other passions.
I mean, I like play sport. I play a couple sports, but like, I definitely stay fit in my fitness, but like, no music. This is it. Yeah, no, I mean, I'd be working a dead end job. I probably hate it. I'd be trying to be a millionaire somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in Dubai somewhere, trying to tie in with the guys.
So tell me, what's your favorite song to perform?
I'm on fire. You know that. The flames getting higher. Yeah. You got me looking like I'm so unhappy. I know. Yeah, that's my favorite.
And it's so crazy.
When I go on, it's like by the second time the chorus comes in, I mean, there's no I know, dude, you got to come to one of the shows. It's my stage presence is, I usually don't toot my own horn. My stage presence is crazy, man. It's crazy. I
can see that through the videos. Dude, when I see
I love it.
I've seen it, and I'm like, dude, this is like a real show. Like, he is a real entertainer. He owns the stage. Like, and coming from a background of a person who was trained in theater, I know this. Like, these are the things that theater and stage people look for. Stage directors is the fact that an artist knows how to own the stage. He knows how to work the stage, and you showed that.
Right.
And it's just like the way you hold the mic, the way your presence and your energy is attracting to people. People know that you're performing. You have a lot of artists who get on the stage who just hold the mic and just do this and do nothing else. Like, they have nothing
emotion to them, right?
No emotion. And I'm like,
that's AI do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
So, I love it. It's almost going back to, like I said, being behind the wall and having that, that outlet. If that's your stage, that's what you do.
Right.
So you gotta, I love performing it though. I'm on fire. My favorite.
So you do have a show coming up, I believe.
Yeah. So I got a May 12th Jewel nightclub.
Yeah.
We got a couple festivals in July out in Vermont.
Ow.
It's gonna be at the end of the month. I believe it's the 26th. I want to say, but
of July.
I'll send you the dates.
Yeah,
so that way you have them.
So I can push them for you.
No, I'm gonna send them right to you. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then
definitely have to spread the word and spread the wealth and spread the camaraderie. I can't talk right now. Camaraderie. Yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, just this union that we have, you know, and
Yeah.
being able to touch so many different people. I think that's the one thing that I love about marketing is the fact that you're touching so many different people, and being able to spread that wealth with people that I support and believe in.
Yeah.
I want to show you off to my friends. I want to show you, like that's what it's all about. Is
Right.
great artists and gaining more fans and more notoriety for you guys. And just I'm definitely coming up there this summer. I definitely have you guys live. Definitely.
Studio's open whenever you ready to come.
Yes, and definitely, I'm definitely gonna have
wide open.
Yeah, because I have some people that have been asking me for studios, and again, I have artists that I work with that come in from out of town and they're looking for a studio, and that's always gonna be someone that I recommend is STM.
Yeah.
Sicker than most, New Hampshire.
100%. I got you.
You already
all day,
know.
Easy. Sicker than most.
Easy. So tell me what's next for you. Anything else going on?
So like I said, we're gonna be dropping some music. I work with, I ain't gonna lie, it's like a crazy compact of like 3-4 teams, and I just took like the best of the best, and like, so we're all like creating, we're all making beats and on the low, sending files left, right, up, down, and I'm just trying to make sure everybody's lined up, man. I'm getting ready for what's to come, whether it be a tour, whether it be us having to take off and come back, and there's gonna be a lot of movement, a lot of moving pieces, and
right.
A lot of chances for people to get on board, and there's going to be opportunity for people to get on board with a lot of things, and it'll make and break them. That's it. That's all I can't make them for you, but I can't break them for you either. It's all on them,
That's right.
It's 5-11 finish. We all take that journey though, and sharpen each other, the same way we sharpen each other. We sharpen each other, and we bring our best. We bring the best of each other out. That's what I want. I want us only bringing the best of each other out. So when we hit the stage, it's not, it's like, do this because this is going to look better. What do you think? Say this. I'm going to do this. This is like, and yeah, so we got a lot. We got a lot coming up. We got a whole lot.
Team's only as strong as your weakest member.
Straight up.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, bro. I cannot wait. I'm tapped in. You're in the loop. You already know it's always love for you. Always gonna be there to support you. Anything I can do on that level, I'm here for it. And I just want to see you guys grow, and I want to see you guys win. I'm one of those fans rooting for you guys, and on the sideline.
You need them.
You already know. You already know. So anything else you want to say before we wrap up? I know you're a busy guy. You probably got another...
I appreciate you. Big. You know that. Anything I could do, vice versa. Let me know if it's, a podcast. You want to talk to one of the guys. You want some beats. You want studio time. You want some shirts made. If you want some Gucci bags. You want some shoes. Whatever you want. You just hit my line. I got you. I got you.
That's right.
I appreciate you, big.
Thank you, NewCountry. And you see at the bottom of the screen where you can find him at. You can follow him on NewCountry on Facebook. Yeah. NewCountry 603, Sicker Than Most podcast on Instagram. I guarantee you guys, you will not be disappointed. Nothing but live entertainment and good music.
Yes.
So shout out to you guys.
Hell yeah. Fucking
I ended season 3 with a bang. There you go.
With a banger. Sicker than most.
Fuck out of here. trying to score. 1 to 10, your chicks are 8. -4. They don't know them, so that's what dudes trying for. Then they get laid flat like an iron board. Put it in the ground like a dinosaur. You know the answer if it comes down to mine or yours. What's the difference between mine and yours? That chain you giving up's the same thing I'm dying for. Real men do business from behind the door. Go south, grab birds just to fly them north. Power moves, I'm applying force. And stacking dough to go back, cause I'm buying more. In a concrete jungle with a lion's roar. Centaur gonna take him off his higher horse. We gon' watch him put his key up inside the door. Come behind him and rob his entire floor.
Like Jesus talking gospel.
Yeah, New Hampshire, what up?
N.H. Get your whole face whopped. 603, give a fuck about a state cop. N.H. Get your whole face whopped. 603, give a fuck about a state cop. Yeah, I'm from the land of the N.H. way hot. 603, gon' bang to the tape pop. It's either this or I'll be in a state box. 23-1, so let the bass drop. I ain't gotta be up at the 3 when I take shots. Everyone's a target like, hold up, wait, stop, fuck that. It's for my goons out in Gay City, Queen City's right here. I'ma take the state with me. Tyrant, tell me what the time is. All I know is money, bitches, alcohol, and violence. Yeah, I do this shit for man's sake. Put on for my city and all over the landscape. 606, 606, 603, 603, 60, yeah. Like I didn't mean shit. Everything I did just... It's either this or I'll be in a state box. 23-1, so let the bass drop. I ain't gotta be up at the 3 when I take shots. Everyone's a target like, hold up, wait, stop, fuck that. It's for my goons out in Gay City, Queen City's right here. I'ma take the state with me. Tyrant, tell me what the time is. All I know is money, bitches, alcohol, and violence. Yeah, I do this shit for man's sake. Put on for my city and all over the landscape. 606, 603, 603, 60, yeah. Like I didn't mean shit. Everything I did just toss out the window. Bitch, lately I've been low and picking me up just isn't that simple. When they say what you don't know won't hurt. If you don't know it don't hurt. You be trying to think of what's worse. That's why me and you don't work. I'ma just stay here. I don't play games. If I did, then it wouldn't even matter, cause you don't even play fair. You was on the road to riches, you would probably have me wait here. I would just stay here. Because I know the minute that you go off, that you walking out the door, turn a hoe into a housewife. I should've known with a hoe, you can't turn a house into a home. You can't turn a house into a home.
You make me out to be the fucking bad guy, but you don't see that. You can't fucking act right. You lie to me and blame me. What about you? What about you? You can't tell the truth. What about you?
That's it to the seacoast. Sicker than most. Nashua to Nashville. Sicker than most. Sicker than most. London to Laconia. Sicker than most. Berlin to Boston. Sicker than most. Sicker than most. Concord to Cali. Sicker than most. And we're going worldwide. Sicker than most. 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 Why am I losing my vision? I think that I'm close. I hear voices talking to, is it you're different than most? Why am I different than most? You're sicker than most. That's why you're different than most. I'm sicker than most. Why am I losing my vision? I think that I'm close. I hear voices talking to, is it you're different than most?
got me looking like I'm so unhappy.